Good morning. I had a wonderful night at the shelter. It was very warm and yeah, it's a little bit windy today, but it should go up to 16 degrees, so I am walking with my shorts. I'm a little bit chilly. I still have my puff jacket on top of my sun hoodie, but it should get warmer and I'm gonna be going down in elevation. So yeah, that's about that, and I'm gonna cross to Germany finally. Yesterday was rough. I'm sure it will transfer through the videos, but it was very rough and frustrating and emotionally demanding, and yeah, I haven't walked many kilometers. I don't even know how many, probably like 25 or 26. Yeah, I'm 90 kilometers away from, so it's still okay. It's 30 a day on average, but I think I'm gonna walk more today and tomorrow and take it easy on Wednesday. So that's it. Let's walk to Germany. It's rather close right now. I think it's just a couple of kilometers, maybe like 2. So we'll see. Well, here it is. Less than 2 kilometers. And I'm gonna be crossing to Germany. Wow. Aachen, 35 kilometers. I'm not going to Aachen though, but it is close. Well, I made it. I'm standing in Germany. So, country number 5, Deutschland. Let's go. I'll be staying here for a while. Belgium went quick because it's also the shortest in distance, which I'm shortest in distance from the countries I'm gonna be crossing. So yeah, I'm in Germany. Cool. I don't know how many kilometers I've walked in total. I haven't checked in days. I think a little over 3,300. I have no idea. I think I'm gonna be telling you just every 500 now, I guess, if I can keep an eye on those. Yeah, welcome in Germany. It is awesome. And I'm back on the wooden path. I feel much better than yesterday. I'm kind of cruising. I feel strong, which is not something I can say about yesterday. But maybe it's just psychological, like with crossing to another country, and that might cause the mental boost and the boost of energy in general. So yeah, kinda cool to be cruising again, and I'm gonna see how many kilometers I'm gonna walk today. I definitely want to aim above 30, maybe like 35, maybe more than that. I'm not sure yet. I need to check if there are some shelters or something, because Germany is the same as Belgium. You technically cannot camp. Like, if nobody catches you, it's fine. But I would like to avoid it. And tomorrow it should be raining, so it would be nice to have a shelter and not dealing with the wet tent in the morning. But yeah, I'm gonna have to check if there is something in a reasonable distance. I only checked for yesterday, so I didn't check for today or tomorrow. But I want to plan it today already, even for tomorrow, so then I know exactly how many kilometers I'm gonna have left on Wednesday and what time I can arrive to Cologne. Köln. I don't know how it's pronounced, whatever. I'm sorry, Germans. One is saying Cologne, one is saying Cologne, one is saying Köln. We say in Czech Kolín, so I have no idea. And I thought I said goodbye to the shell. Not really, I guess. Last 4.5 kilometers I was walking very fast because there is kebab here. So I'm gonna have kebab. I'm gonna celebrate crossing to another country. And I hope they accept credit cards, because if they don't, I'm a little bit worried. Yes, please. There it is. Or gyros, not kebab. Whatever. It's meat. I want meat. So it's gyros. It's not kebab. Whatever. I can do Greek or Turkish. It doesn't really matter. It's meat. Well, no cards. Freaking Germany. Everywhere else you can pay with cards, and this is the second establishment I came across today and no cards. I had like €1.20 in the morning and I wanted to have like a coffee, so the lady was sweet enough that she made me a coffee for what I had, but that was the only cash I have. So yeah, I don't understand this. We are in freaking 21st century, 2025, and they don't accept cards. So I took a break and I was checking the maps for the shelters where I could sleep tonight, and it doesn't look good. I found one that would possibly work. It's like 12 kilometers. Well, now only 10, I guess. And yeah, well, I don't know how it looks like. There was no picture in the app, and I don't even know if it's gonna be there, if it's gonna be possible to crash the night there. But yeah, it's kind of my only option. There is also gonna be a village pretty soon, like 4 kilometers or something, 3 maybe, and I need water. I have like 50 milliliters left. That's all I have, and I need to drink because I'm hot. I'm going uphill, as you can hear from my heavy breathing. But yeah, I hope the shelter will work, because I found a pretty cool one for tomorrow, which is not directly on the route that I wanted to be walking towards Cologne, but I still be able to walk like through a shortcut to Cologne in like 14 or 15 kilometers on Wednesday, which is ideal for a Nero day. So yeah, tomorrow it's gonna be 36, 37, something like that, which is also fine. Today with the 12 it's gonna be around 32. So if it works out, it's gonna be perfect. The one for tomorrow, I did see pictures, and it's like a grilling spot with a bunch of grills there, and it's a pretty big one, and yeah, it looks nice. Also, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, which is hard to get close to the big cities. So it's perfect. I'm happy for that. But today is a big question mark. But I guess I'm gonna find out soon enough. So here is a last hut style shelter. I couldn't stay here even if I wanted to. First of all, it's too early. Second, I don't have any water. And also, yeah, it's too early in the day. But it's kind of perfect. Definitely possible to be sleeping here. Hubertushute. Beautiful. I need to take a picture of this one because there is none at the app I'm using, so I'm always taking a picture so people can see how it looks like if somebody would be walking through this area. Well, I'm going back a little bit because I checked all the bars and restaurants. If they are open, I desperately need water. I'm starting to be dehydrated. I haven't drank enough today for sure. But nobody is outside, so I could ask for water. And yeah. So now I'm walking towards cemetery to get some water. Hopefully there is some, because I really need to drink something. I'm gonna need to camel up a little bit so I don't drink everything I have, because I've lost one bottle. I haven't lost it. Yeah, I've lost it. Hello. I've lost one bottle. It was broken, so I threw it away. And yeah, there are some people maybe I can ask. So time to redo a video because I've already filmed it, but I was climbing way too steep of an uphill and I was catching my breath too much. So last time I spoke to you was that I see some people, and I did ask them for water, and they not only gave me water, but they also invited me for a coffee, and we were having a nice chat. And yeah, even though there was a language barrier, because my German is not so good. I do understand a little bit, but I cannot speak. And now with living for 2 years in Netherlands, like the Dutch is coming through and I'm trying to speak German, but the Dutch is going out. The Dutch is coming out of my mouth instead. So it's a little bit difficult, but it was very nice. We did understand each other somehow. Also, they do understand some Dutch words here in the area because it's pretty close to Netherlands. So we figured it out somehow. And it was super nice. I had a break there and coffee, and we had a nice chat. And now I'm continuing my walk. I only have 5 kilometers left and it's 7, so I have more than an hour and a half of daylight, so it should be doable without a problem. I have maybe 80 more meters of elevation gain, and then it's basically downhill. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I've been walking through the woods all day and it's been amazing. Like some of them were this gravel roads, or some of them were like tiny little paths for walking. It was really overall very nice scenery and very nice walk through the woods today. So yeah, that's the update. Look at that. What a beautiful evening now. It's warm. The wind is almost gone. Today was rough when it comes to weather, because when I was wearing only my sun hoodie, It was okay when the wind wasn't blowing and when the sun was out. I was like super hot at that moment. But in a second I lost the sun or the wind started to blow, I was feeling cold. So it was always putting my jacket on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off. It was so hard to find the balance. But now it's amazing. It's super warm and almost no wind, just a slight breeze, nothing too bad. And yeah, I'm almost on top of the hill. I still have a little bit of elevation, but I don't think it's here. I think it's more like a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down. I think this one is the highest point I'm gonna be for a while. Like Cologne is 300 meters down from here or something like that, but on a lot of kilometers. So yeah, not too bad. And this is where I'm going. So pretty. I do love the new trees growing here. Awesome. So, tiny little setback. The shelter doesn't exist anymore. It should be somewhere here. It seems like they were doing some work here. The thing is, it's kind of not allowed to set up a tent. So I was sitting at the bench there. So I will either set it up somewhere here or walk a little bit further from the town that I'm pretty near at and set it up somewhere in the woods. But there are not many options anymore because there is no other woods. There is just a tiny little bit left and then I'm in a bigger town. So I could either risk it or continue walking. There's like a football club here, but it's behind a fence, so there is not gonna be possible. Even if they would have some shelter or a tribune, I have no idea what I'm gonna be doing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pitch my tent up somewhere and it's gonna get dark soon, so I should probably get moving. I don't think I'm gonna pitch it here though, because it's way too close to the town and somebody might call a police on me or something, and I don't want to risk that. Even though it's kind of perfect here. There are plenty enough flat spots. But yeah, I don't think it's worth risking it. Even though like sometimes you met amazing people and you tell them like you just stay one night and you leave the next morning, and yeah, I don't know. I'll continue a little further. Well, I think I should have stayed there, but whatever. It doesn't look too good here, and I'm not going back. So I'll just leave it somewhere on the side, I guess. I mean, I could go somewhere there, but you need to be careful if there are not some death threats, which is like dead branches or trees that could fall on you during the night. Also, it might be raining. I mean, it would be doable. Here, I guess it's flat enough, but I'll walk a little further. I think I'm just gonna risk it and set up my tent next to a bench or something and Oh, if somebody comes, they will come. I'm gonna try to talk my way out of it. Yeah, a lot of fallen branches, that's why I'm afraid. Or not afraid, just cautious. So, I've decided to cowboy camp here because I'm already out of the woods. There is the big town, and I would pitch my tent here, but there is asphalt, so it's kind of not possible. And I don't want to put it on someone else's property. There is a field and here is like a road, so I don't want to put my tent there. I've checked the weather forecast and it shouldn't be raining. At least not in the morning, maybe in the afternoon. So I'm gonna just lay right there. And this tree is pretty well. This tree could cover me pretty well if there would be some like condensation or a little bit of a drizzle. And it shouldn't be that cold, it's gonna be like 8 degrees, so I think this is gonna work. Also, it's pretty warm here. I was walking through some parts where I was like extremely cold. You could feel the cold drafts, but here it's kind of warm. You can always feel that some places are a little bit colder and some places are a little bit warmer. So this is my place. And I am so hungry and starving that I'm just gonna prepare my food and sleep, and I'm gonna eat a lot because I can't wait. I am so hungry. So yeah, see you tomorrow.